The government intends to fulfill the constitutional requirements and the constitution as it relates to the local government elections. They have set a date.
Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 10K, help me to get there, my people. So in this video, Prime Minister speaks on, local government election as well as the DPP's tenure, and also 8 skulls were said to be found in Trelawney. So here's the lowdown, my people. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed a lot of issues today at a media briefing at the office of the Prime Minister, and he spoke on a whole lot of little subtopics. He was asked a series of questions, and the first was about the local government elections. And so we all knew that was held the last time in November 2016, and the same was postponed 4 times already, my people. But hear what Prime Minister Andrew Holness had to say on that aspect of the media briefing.
The government intends to fulfill the constitutional requirements and the constitution as it relates to the local government elections. They have set a date. It has been postponed. If there is need, if something happens, if there is an exogenous shock or weather event, then certainly that has to be considered. But as it is now, it is the intention of the government to fulfill its constitutional duties.
He was also asked questions about the opinions of polls, and he said that he's concerned about its slip in the public opinion polls. The Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, says the government must recalibrate in this period of the midterm blues. And he says that there's a lagging effect because of the pandemic and the impact on the mood of the public.
The answer to you is yes, we are concerned, but it is not that we did not expect it. We did expect. And a part of our response has to be a recalibration in how we communicate. We can't take it for granted that people understand what is happening. So we have to be very explicit in our communications to people. And secondly, the immediate needs that are now pressing, we have to address those. And we have to acknowledge that the lagging effect of the pandemic is not just inflation, which 2 years after the pandemic we're still experiencing. 6.2 is just outside of the range that we would want. And remember now, to treat that inflation, we have had to increase interest rates, which has its own knock-on effect. So obviously, the fatigue would have worsened. So
members of the opposition People's National Party have questioned the motives of the government in increasing the retirement age of the DPP and the Auditor General. There have been suggestions that there may be undue influence over the DPP should a second extension of her tenure be granted.
Minister Chuck said in an interview on which I was on this morning that if they want to agree, they agree, and who want to disagree, disagree. I am mortified that this is a view that he takes of our democracy. And it makes me wonder if this country is indeed in safe hands, or if the ship is being steered by those who have utter contempt for the people. Because when you dismiss the opposition like that, and you say they agree, they disagree, they disagree, what you're really telling the country is that their views do not count. That it does not matter how they perceive of things, because the government is going to do whatever it wants. And I have to ask those of you who are listening, is this what you want? Is this how you want to see the government function? Is it how you want to see your nation governed?
And we all know that the bill has become a law, and she is given up until 65 years old, with the possibility of another extension up until she's 70 years old. And I've seen a lot of persons saying that, he wanted the DPP to get this second extension because of his friend Ruel Reid and to cover up, as well as the whole integrity saga with him. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness characterized that as
To your first question, I would say nonsense, and it is unbecoming of someone who holds a constitutional office to bring into disrepute, literally, another constitutional office holder. As it relates to the matters of the Integrity Commission, my own position is that I don't discuss those matters. In terms of the office of the DPP, I think it really depends on the DPP. She has an option if she wants.
So according to police reports, 8 human skulls were found in Trelawney. So police in the parish discovered the remains about 6:15 p.m. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of the area, 1 Vernon Ellis, told news media. He said it appeared the skulls were dumped and burnt at the location. The area is an illegal dumping site for garbage. And right now, the police are making some checks with local cemeteries regarding possible, unauthorized burial or dumping of what appears to be the 8 charred human skulls that were discovered in bushy area of the Coral Springs in the parish. Crime scene investigators removed the skulls and they were later handed over to the government-contracted funeral home for examination and further investigations. The acting assistant commissioner said there were no other remains, no clothing or anything to suggest that the skulls were not dumped at the location. What a piece of judgment, my people. 8 skulls found. 8 somebody family member. And yet we hear that crime is going down every day. Every quarterly you hear say crime is down by such and such %. 8. It's such a sad day for Jamaica. It's such a sad situation, Who dumped them there? When they were dumped there? Those are some questions or some things that they're going to have to investigate. Hoping and praying that, families will go forward if they have, family members that are missing to go and give DNA for them to test and all those type of stuff. But let me know what you think about what was said in this video, my people. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Isabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase. It goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notification shout out in each and every video. To be a part of that, all you have to do is be the first to comment and like, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Albert Rame. Big up yourself, Albert Rame. Big up to each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, subscribe, join the family journey with me. Stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.